Hello. Well, this is what the car looked like back in '93 at the Des Moines, Illinois Street Machine Nationals. And of course, it's gone through quite a bit since then. I'd like to show you a little bit of the front end today. One of the first mods I made to the front end was in '86. I put this louver in here. Now this louver is from a Dodge Daytona of about the same era. I actually went to the Chrysler dealership and bought a brand new one, and I installed it by watching. I had a club newsletter from back then, and they showed me how to do and what to do to get that installed, where to put it, and that has been in the car ever since, like I said, '86. Now the other mod I made at that time was a stock body car, was the IRM open mouth intake spoiler. We'll talk about this a little bit more later because this is heavily modified component. And as you can see, I'm in the middle of reworking these fenders. They're actually foam sculptures of what I want the fenders to look like. It's a little raggedy right now. I had started a mold for that. This is the beginning of a mold for that fender, but I had to put that aside some time ago. What I've done is raise that wheel well opening 2 inches compared to the IMSA body that I originally bought from IRM. It's actually just the thickness of the rail, the frame rail that comes across there. And I brought it out and flatten the top off. You know, on the stock body, that tapers way down, covers up some of the wheel wells, and I just didn't like the shape of that. I didn't think it went well with the rest of the car. Now I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about this wheel well opening. You know, I've raised it pretty much as I can, but one of the things I wanted to show you that I've brought this part of the fascia out a little bit more to help keep the wind coming out around the tire. And of course you can see those are sharp edges, relatively sharp edges in the front. You know, as it comes around the back, the radius gets bigger. Now when I made the mold, it pulled out this section, but this is a larger radius, and this is tucked back in a little bit. It's harder to tell because the wheels aren't quite straightforward here. To try and get it out of the airstream. That radius edge, you'll see that on radius cars, much more extreme, but this is a street car, so I can't tuck that in too much. But that's a important design element if you're looking to go fast. And that's about it. You know, she got tore up when I pulled the molds off. That's what some of these areas are. Some of that came off with the mold, but that tends to happen. But this front end is probably going to be the last part I work on this time around, because I might make some more changes. You know, this is about 2 inches thick of foam right here on the edge, but it only comes out a little bit farther than the SA body, but it gives it that more of a coat body feel, in my opinion. But the front, as you can see, is nowhere near as radical a changes as the back, but I try to keep things smooth, make it maybe a little smoother. The belt line is gone, you know, and of course that took the light with it. But reshaping the top of the fender, that's really about it. If I started all over again in the front, I think I'd move the front edge of the whole front fascia back about 6-8 inches, maybe 10 inches, because I think the overhang is way too much. And that's really where I am with that. That part is on hold for until really towards the end. And maybe in a few minutes we'll talk to you about